the story is so nuts.
Yeah.
Just the provable actual facts are so nuts that very likely Charles Manson was a CIA asset. Very likely they had groomed him when he was in prison and taught him mind control techniques when people were high on acid, taught him how to be sober but pretend he's on acid, and how to interact with these people that are on acid and shape their mind and even get them to commit murder. All of which is fact.
Yeah, no, it's I would say it's insane, but so much of it is, I don't want to say provable, but has enough supporting evidence to make a compelling case. And I love that the guy starts out just like just a kind of a normal celebrity assignment for Premier magazine, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've been on that magazine. I had that cover twice. My story didn't wind up like that.
I think that it was a story for a magazine, and it was just about the anniversary of the murders.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's what it was, yeah.
Just give us a piece, so people can go, wow, crazy, 25 years later, wow.
Right, yeah.
And then he gets obsessed, and he starts realizing, well, this guy was full of shit, and that guy was corrupted.
Right.
Oh, my God, look at this. And hold on. Who's Jolly West? What's MK Ultra? This is real. Freedom of Information Act. Get the documents. Oh my God! Operation Midnight Climax. The government was running whorehouses. They were running whorehouses and using two-way mirrors and dosing Johns and filming them. And this has to do with Manson? Like, what the fuck was going on?
Yeah.
And then you realize that it was all a psyop to try to demonize the peace, love, and stop war movement. And that what they really wanted to do was stop the anti-war movement and do something to curb the cultural change that was happening. And so their strategy was to turn hippies into murderers.
It kind of worked.
It kind of worked.
Yeah.
It kind of worked.
Yeah, I mean, it's a long way to go, but I think it had the effect they were looking for.
Imagine if they didn't do that. Like, what kind of cultural change would have taken place? Because if you think about what happened between 1950 and 1960, it's like the world becomes a different place in 10 years. Between 1960 and 1970, it's like, what? This world is crazy. The music is crazy. The culture is crazy. The movies are nuts. Everything is wild. It's very psychedelic. And then Nixon comes along in 1970, passes this sweeping Schedule I act, makes all mushrooms and LSD, makes everything illegal, all to stop the civil rights movement and the anti-war movement at the same time when they're doing this Manson stuff. So it was a concerted effort across the board to stop the anti-war movement and to stop the civil rights movement. They were like, we're losing